Here's a song from what I believe to be one of the greatest songwriters of all time. Now, it was written on piano, and it's primarily a piano song. There is a guitar strumming in the background, but I want to show you how to take the main piano part and convert it over to guitar. So if you wanted to do your own cover, or this will of course sound great playing along with the recording. And you'll find that the chord shapes that I show you in this video are going to be the most accurate and the best sounding ones to play along with the recording. It's tricky sometimes as a guitarist to hear what the piano's doing with all the different kind of walkdowns and inversions that happen in this song. But like I said, I'm going to explain it to you note for note. So grab your guitar and let's dive into this Piano Man guitar lesson. The tune starts off with just two chords. We've got a D minor 7 played from the 4th string down. That's just open, 2, 1, 1. And then you can go to this, it's like you could call it an E7 sharp 5 over D. It sounds complicated, but you just need 2 fingers to play the 1st fret on the 3rd string, 1st fret on the 2nd string, and then strum from 4 down. The rest are open there. And then we go into the main progression, which this is used for the verse section and the chorus. You know, sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. It's 9 o'clock on, and then we're into the verse there. So, like I said, this is just an instrumental part at the top, the intro, and we're gonna go into this descending progression. And what it is a C chord from the 5th string down, just 3, 2, open, 1, open. And then we're gonna go to G over B, which is on the middle strings, 2, open, open, 3. Now, a lot of people play A minor next, but it's actually F over A, which is, again, on the middle strings, open, 3, 2, 1. And then you bring this up here, and you go to a C over G. So what's happening is the bass is walking down the C major scale, which is the key of the song. It's in the key of C. And if you don't know how to play your major and minor scales anywhere on the neck, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get my free fretboard guide PDF. Knowing this is going to help you with playing basically any song, and it's going to make learning them faster, knowing how to solo, understanding the theory, all of these ideas click together. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now. It's going to tie right in with this song. It's even in the key of C, so you'll basically see exactly what I'm talking about with this descending bass line. And when we get to that C over G, looks like a C chord. We just put the G in the bass. Okay, then we're gonna go to an F. Now, I do this with my thumb. You can play the F bar chord if you want. I play it as a thumb chord. So 1 on the 6th string, and then 3, 2, 1 on strings 4, 3, and 2. Then again, keep walking that bass down the scale. We've got an E now in the bass, but we're gonna take part of that C chord, and that's called a C over E. So it's like, right? And then after that, you go to D7, which is from the 4th string down, open, 2, 1, 2, and then G7, which is all 6 strings, 3, 2, open, 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 1. So it's like, now let me explain a little bit of the rhythm that I'm doing here. The main feel is just this, you know, kind of a soft rock style waltz. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's a few different ways you can strum it. The easiest way is just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now if you want to fancy that up a little bit, you can play the first beat, hit the root note of each chord, and then strum 2, 3 like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that sounds almost like a bass player and a guitar player. Bass, guitar, guitar, bass, guitar, guitar. Okay, you could also, if you want to fancy it up even more, on that second beat, you could hear 2 and. So 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Boom, ba, 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 boom, ba, ba, boom. You could mix those together. So maybe you want to go. So that's the rhythm and the chord progression. Now, that's the main progression, but the second time around, we do a little variation. So coming out of the D7, G7, but you've got us feeling all right. So instead of going from F to C over E, the second time we're gonna go from F to an F over G, okay? So this is played starting on the 6th string here, 3, then skip the 5th string, 3, 2, 1. I do it with my thumb a lot of times, so I just go F. See that? I just move the thumb. So that's the second time around. So both progressions with the first ending and the second ending sound like this. Right? This is the variation. F. Okay, then we have this little, it reminds me so much, I have to look up which came out first. Either Your Song, Elton John, or Piano Man. But this is the same progression that's used in Elton John's Your Song, where it goes. So what I'm doing there is a C to an F over C, which is just the middle strings there, 3, 3, 2, 1, and then a G over C. Love that chord. It's just one finger there on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, then open, open, open. Then from there, we do a descending walk down. The chords are like, you know, F, C over E, D minor, but it's way too quick to just go like 1, 2, 3, 1. So I just play the bass line there. So I play the F chord, then the 2nd fret on the 4th string, open 4th string. So that goes twice. Okay. Then from there, we start that progression again. So that's the main progression. Billy Joel comes in singing, "It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday." Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin, 2, 3, 1. And then right here, we've got a little harmonica interlude where what we do is just repeat the second half of that progression. So ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Okay, now here's where we have a little variation here. So the main progression that I showed you, that's the majority of the song. But sometimes in between, we're either gonna go to like, and do that little interlude, like I said, the Elton John progression, or we're gonna stay on C for 2 bars and then go to F over C for 2 bars, and that builds us into like, you know, bum, 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 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then repeat. It says, "Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really quite sure how it goes. It's the same as before, but I'm sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next kind of official section, and this is the la 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 di di da part. So we stay on that C, a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can walk down the bass there. Again, going back to my fretboard guide. Do you know your scales? That's going right down the scale. And then we're gonna go la da da di di da, da da di di da, da da. More walking down the scale. So what happens here is we play an A minor. We're gonna keep that same rhythm going. Then we'll walk that bass down to an A minor over G. So that's from the 5th string down, open, 2, 2, 1, open. Then put the G in the bass. That's a bit of a stretch there with getting the pinky to the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And then D over F sharp. It's just like a typical D chord here from the 4th string down, open, 2, 3, 2. But I add the F sharp in the bass. And you can do it without doing the thumb. I just use my thumb all the time because I come from that old school blues style, Jimi Hendrix style. So A minor, walk it down, then F, and again, da, di, di, da, 2 bars here. Then we got one more walk down. So this is G, F, E, D, C. It's just beautiful how he's put all this, you know, different progressions and walk downs together to just tie right back in to getting back home. So this progression here goes G, then you put the F in the bass, then C over E, then G over D. That's just the middle strings there. Open, open, open. Just 3 strings. So sing us a song, you're the piano man. Back to the main. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all intro. Elton John progression. Now John is a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife, and he's talking with Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. Harmonica, everything just goes back and repeats again. Okay, so those are all the sections that you need to know. Now when it ends, we end on that Elton John progression. So sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Here's the ending. Let's do the walk down and then end on C. So there you have it. That's a breakdown of how to take Billy Joel's classic piano part that he just accompanies himself beautifully with, and then converting it over to guitar so you can play along with the recording or record your own cover. Be sure to take your time with this one. There's a lot of different inversions, but what's really going to help you put all this together is going to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. Again, all of this, these little walk downs and things follow the major scale, which is one of the most important fundamentals of Western music. You can learn this completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. As always, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.